what's up? Gabi here from Rage Studios, and today I'm gonna be reviewing the Kukam Ego. Alright guys, so this is the brand new Kukam Ego from Kandao. This is a 3D camera, sort of like getting your feet wet in the water for what's coming next with the new Apple Vision. First, let's go ahead and do a quick unboxing. Everything comes very nicely packed in this black box and is very well organized. We have some documentation like the guarantee and the instruction manual. We also have a selfie mirror that will easily adapt into your camera, the viewer to see the pictures in actual 3D. We have a Type-C cable, a battery, and the camera itself. There is also a very nice strap, a cleaning cloth, and a carrying bag that can also be used to clean the camera. This camera comes available in white or black. Both are really nice looking little cameras, and the vision goggles, they come only in red. So it's a combination of either white and red, you can see it here, or a combination of black and red. So I personally like a lot more the way it looks with the black and red, but it's up to you. Now, when it comes to the size of this camera, you can see it here next to my DJI Action 3, and it's just a tiny little bit wider. Here it is, just a tiny little bit wider. And just for reference, here is my Insta360 1X2, and you can see it's actually the Insta360 is a little bit bigger. So yeah, this camera is actually very compact and it will easily fit on anybody's pocket. Now, the visor, on the other hand, well, it's a little bit bigger, even so it's really, really small for being able to display 3D, but it's not something that you can carry in your pocket. So how do this work? So we have a couple of cameras that they have about the same distance like your eyes. So they're separated by about the same distance, and this is what is called a stereoscopic camera, because you have two instead of one, and that would create the 3D once you watch through a visor or some special device. This is kind of like the catch here. You'll need something like this, or something like the Apple Vision when that comes out, or anything that have the capability of 3D viewing. But here is where it gets very clever. This, when you separate it, that's just a camera, and it's a camera that fits in your pocket, and it takes 3D pictures and videos with stabilization and autofocus. This is kind of like unheard of. So there have been some 3D cameras back in the day that they weren't particularly good, but this one does take excellent, amazing pictures. I was actually genuinely surprised with the quality of the pictures on this camera. Basically, it's somewhere around the same quality like something like this, the DJI Action 3, that costs even more, and it's just a simple camera, it's just an action camera. So this is 3D. So both these lenses are taking basically two of these together and putting them together into a 3D image. What is really surprising about this is actually that single image, that 2D image, is already really good quality, and it's very easy to use. Now, there are a few perks here. So first, the autofocus is a little bit slow, and also the system, when you start the camera, it takes a few seconds to start, and the menu sometimes can be a little bit slow. This camera feels very rugged and is actually very well built. As a matter of fact, it's waterproof up to 1 meter, and I did test that out. I went to the swimming pool and took some pictures. As a matter of fact, I think this could be somehow some sort of like a 3D action camera. I actually tested out while riding my electric skateboard. Now, here is a little bit of an issue. So even though there is a stabilization while shooting video, it's not on par with the stabilization of something like DJI Action 3 that I just mentioned, that I have right here, or not even close to this one, the Insta360 1X2. So there is a stabilization, but still, you still need to kind of have steady hands. Where this camera actually really shines is on the quality of its pictures and the quality of the 3D as well. So it's not just that the 2D picture looks good, it's also that the 3D, when you put the visor, is really impressive. So once you look through this tiny little visor, you look at these 3D pictures that they're maybe better than the ones you look in cinemas, like Hollywood movies. it's just very sharp. There is no dizziness. There is no these scenes where you like kind of look and it's kind of like the edges are weird. No, this is just actually absolutely perfect 3D. The depth is actually not bad at all. But the thing is, during videos, even so, it also does look like 3D. It's just not as deep as with the pictures. But other than that, I'm very impressed with the quality of the pictures and in general the quality of the camera itself, and that the visor is so small and perform like a big visor, like a proper 3D. Like, the images really pop at you. So I'm gonna show some samples probably as I'm talking here, and you can tell that yeah, it's pretty good quality, but something to keep in mind is like if you're watching this video on YouTube and you don't have something to display 3D images, you're just gonna see two images, one on the left, one on the right. So that's exactly what this camera do. Have two lenses, one on the left, one on the right, and that's exactly what you're looking at. So if you have a proper device to display 3D images, well, you're gonna actually see the 3D in action. So why now? And there is a simple answer for that question, and it's Apple. Apple is bringing 3D alive in just a few months, and when people start using Apple Vision, I'm pretty sure that many other brands will follow, and this is a way to get ahead of the trend because you can start shooting pictures, and even so you can only display them in 2D or just look at them with the included goggles. Well, by the time you have the Apple Vision, you will already have a very nice collection of pictures and videos. Another thing is, there is nothing, there is no competition, nothing out there that goes like as good at the quality of the images, as small as it is, throw in a pocket. Yeah, I haven't noticed any other camera that is as good as this, as small as this, and so strongly put together like this one, like rugged, even waterproof. So yeah, there is a lot of images that you can be getting ahead of the Apple Vision or whatever trend is gonna start, which I'm pretty sure is gonna start, because once there is an Apple Vision, there's gonna be like another 20 brands following. And even so, you can take pictures with the goggles itself with the Apple Vision. This is just a camera. You can like, don't miss the moment, boom, shoot away, put it back in a pocket. So yeah, it's very convenient. Even if you have the Apple Vision or you have some other goggles that will eventually compete with the Apple Vision, this is gonna be very nice to have, because when you take pictures, you don't wanna be wearing massive goggles in your face. You just wanna take a little camera, snap away, and watch the picture later on in 3D. So this comes very highly recommended if you are into 3D. And I will put a link in the description down below. And if you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe.